Hey guys, Chris from Chris Country. Just gonna do kind of a quick impromptu blog, I guess. I just got done watching the latest Officer 401 video. Officer 401 is kind of another channel that I tend to follow. And I wasn't aware of this. I guess I haven't been keeping up on my current events, but I guess there was an incident in Florida, I think a couple of days ago now. Correct me if I'm wrong, about that involved the stand your ground issue, and I thought I heard something about it about a day ago, but I guess I heard of it and was probably thinking the Trayvon Martin case from way back in, I think it was 2011, I think it was. But I guess this incident is completely new. Um, and, I watched Officer 401's take on it, and I quickly did a YouTube search. I just typed in, stand your ground law Florida or something like that, and it pulled up the incident with the security camera footage of the unfortunately fatal shooting outside of a convenience store in Florida. I'm not really gonna go ahead and play the video just because I guess YouTube's been kind of taking a stand against showing violence on channels. So, but you guys can feel free to look it up yourselves. But long story short, it looked like what happened was this family pulls in. It's a gentleman, his wife, and I believe one of their kiddos, their 5-year-old son. I'm not sure if the other kiddo was there or not. But they pull up and park in a handicapped spot. They're not handicapped. And I mean, when I see something like that, I get kind of irritated with it, and I might make a sarcastic comment if I happen to see whoever's doing it, but that's about it. And I just do that for a lot of reasons. I don't really feel like stirring up a fight half the time. But I digress. So what happens is, I guess the man goes inside the store with his son, and this older gentleman just walks up. You can see him in the camera footage. He walks up and starts yelling at and berating at the wife. He doesn't make contact with the wife or anything. He just stands there and yells at her. So of course the guy walks back out. I'm not sure if he heard the commotion or what was going on, but walks out to this guy yelling at his wife, and I guess the guy was cussing at her, and from what I've been told or from what I've heard, using racial slurs. The folks involved in this were colored, so to speak. I don't really like using race, but I mean, I guess it is kind of being brought up, so it's the only reason I'm really even bringing it up. So the boyfriend walks up and pushes this guy down, probably in an effort to get him to knock off his crap, whatever. So, and I mean, he's kind of aggressive. You see him push him down pretty hard, but that's it. And then the guy just stands there. Well, the other guy, you can see him in the video, he sits up, looks up at this guy, pulls the gun from his holster, takes aim, and shoots the guy. And, of course, the guy's hit, and you see him in the video, he runs back into the store and he collapses. You don't see him collapse in frame because of where the camera's at, but unfortunately he collapsed in front of his son, and later on he passed on. So, the guy who shot his gun off decided he wanted to use the stand your ground law. Police reviewed it, I guess the DA reviewed it, and they said, yeah, stand your ground law, so no charges will be filed. Believe it or not. I've watched this video, and I'm kind of getting to the point where I don't really like to Monday morning quarterback these things, just because I wasn't there. But, I mean, you see this video, this guy, for one thing, he's instigating the shooter. He's instigating this whole thing. He's the one who chose to walk up, yell at, and berate this family. Of course, it started off with the wife, and I guess he's had a history of doing that at that store for the same reason. People coming in and parking in the handicap zone, and he's been known in the past to use racial slurs and things like that. So there's that, but. And I'm watching the video, this guy gets pushed down, but that's it. The guy that pushes him down, the boyfriend, does nothing after that. He just stands there. He's not encroaching on them. In fact, it looks like to me he backed off a couple of steps. But he's not encroaching, he's not continually assaulting. The shooter had plenty of time, plenty of opportunity to leave, to get out of the situation, to back off. In my opinion, he was not cornered, he was not threatened with his life, because the guy was not being continually attacked. If he has time to get up from being pushed down, look up, draw his gun, and then fire, he had plenty of time. He made a decision. It wasn't just a quick boom. It was boom. If you got time to do that, you got time to analyze and back out of a situation. Not stand my ground law. Boom. It's bullshit. And really, I mean, like I said, I'm not an officer, I'm not the DA or whatever, but I don't see how that can be standard ground law. I really don't. Now, I'm from Colorado, for those of you that don't know me. Here in Colorado, we have something similar to standard ground, but not quite. We have the Make My Day law, which basically means, to a point, if you're in your home and somebody breaks into your home looking to cause harm, I don't think they actually have to, so much as have a gun on them. They just have to be intruding into your home or somehow be considered a threat. But if they're a threat and in your home, you can justifiably shoot them. But there's a lot of, I can't say a lot of technicalities, but there's limits to that rule. It's not like, this rule would apply if you're out in the parking lot or in the public setting. I don't even think it really applies inside of businesses, which to me is kind of strange, but, hey. So that's what I kind of like about Colorado. It's you got the ability to do it, but within reason. And just from the video I've seen coming out of Florida, I don't see how this could be a standard ground case. To me, this looks like murder. This guy was either looking for trouble or he found trouble, decided to stir up a crock of shit, and he made the choice to pull his gun. He wasn't being attacked after being pushed, and he had plenty of time to get up and go away. In fact, I think that's what the guy was trying to do. He wasn't trying to attack him to teach him a lesson. He was just saying, "Hey man, back off and leave us alone." Because I tell you what, I don't park in a handicapped spot. The only time I've ever done that was when I was still a caregiver and I was transporting people that had handicaps. Not the only time I parked there. But, if I'm ever in a situation where I'm running into a store and Steph, well, in this case it would be Steph and William, but if Steph and my son William, my son's almost a year old, but, if I leave them in the truck for whatever reason, if I'm just running in real fast, and I come out and somebody's yelling at them, well, hell yeah, I'm gonna get in their face and push them. But, I'm not going to attack. And that's what frustrates me about this situation is that this guy had plenty of time, plenty of capability, plenty of opportunity to leave. And he chose to pull his gun and fire. Ooh, stand your ground law, stand your ground law. I don't know who the police or the DA was, but you want to talk about some severe incompetency. They found it. And I'm really hoping the citizens will take a stand and put them on notice that this ain't cool. And I forget if you can really, vote for a DA. I think the DAs, in a sense, they're kind of hired in by whoever's running mayor or whatever, but I know to the point the citizens do have a voice, and they can, after a while, through certain ways, recall a DA. At least last I heard. But the fact that this guy, first off, instigated the whole situation, and then while having plenty of time, plenty of opportunity to leave the situation, still decided to pull out his gun and fire, and the gays from the black, yeah, stand your ground law. Bullshit. That's all I got. And the only other thing is, I can already kind of see the media spinning the race card on this one. Oh, race. I get it. Unarmed black person being shot by an armed white guy. Okay. And, based on this guy's history, it might have been racially charged or racially, committed. But, Sorry that my computer decided to do something crazy. But I still don't think that that's what should be the focus on. I think really the main thing they got to focus on is the broken law. And I mean, and to me, yeah, I believe racism is a problem, but to me, it's just, I don't see us as racist. I see us as humans. We're all the same damn species. Okay? We're all the same people. Black, white, yellow, color, dark, whatever. I don't care. You're still a person. Okay? You're a different color. So what? We all got different color eyes. We all got, we got male, female. It doesn't matter. I think that I'm hoping that I can convey that to my son. Really, it's that race doesn't matter. And I hate to say it, it's really hard to maintain that mindset. I try my best every day to do it. It's really hard to maintain that mindset in a world that just it keeps bringing it up. And I mean, yeah, we got Black History Month and stuff like that. And I mean, I appreciate it because that comes from a time to where those people, they were just basically, they were put through some hardships that they really didn't have to be put through. And I think really the only way we can fix that is to stop thinking in terms of race. Start thinking we're all one. We're all human. Come on. I mean, it's 2018 for crying out loud. But I don't want to go off into that tangent. That's just something I figured I'd throw into this one. But, end of the day, I don't know what the gay and the police were thinking, but if you ask me, stand my ground, should have never been able to come into play for that. I think I'd have a hard time deciding if it was premeditated murder, but it would definitely fall under homicide in my book. But that's just me. I'm Chris for Chris Country. Hope you guys are having a great day, week, weeknight, whatever time it is, wherever you may happen to be. And I will see you in the next video. Take care.